Thank you. So we are here. This is the community library. So this is an initiative under our education programs. So we started this community library when we realized that the people that we gave solar to, they didn't have books to read.
Okay.
Because the whole aim of us giving out solar home lighting was for the purpose that people can improve their education outcome.
Yes.
But then we know that solar wasn't enough.
Okay.
These people needed books for them to read.
Yes.
So instead of donating books, we decided that we create this hub where we put all the books in there.
Okay.
So we have a number of books.
Okay.
So as I said, we as Opulence, we believe in education as the foundation to overcome the cycle of poverty in our community. It's the foundation. Because if we sharpen our mind, then we'll be able to think right, to think development for our own community.
Yeah.
I always tell the state, whatever we see outside or we see in the world, it shows the state of our mind.
Yeah.
Now, how developed our mind is.
Yes.
If you go to China, you see how buildings are building. Everything came through the mind. So anything before it manifests on earth, it goes through the mind.
Okay.
So the only way to achieve the mindset change, the one that the government is also advocating, is through education, information, knowledge. Yeah. So when people are increasing in knowledge, their mind is also sharpened.
Okay.
Then they'll be able to articulate the dreams for their community and for their families and be able to improve their lives. So knowledge is power. Information is power. If you're well informed, then I think you'll be able to change your community. And that's why we have this.
So this is the library.
This is the community library.
Now, a library needs books.
Sure.
Where are you going to get the books?
Yeah, that's a good question. And that's actually our biggest challenge right now.
Yeah.
This library has the capacity of 40,000 books.
Wow.
Yeah. But we only have 2,000 currently.
Yeah.
And most of them are just academic books, so primary and secondary books. But we need more books. Cultural books, spiritual books, self-development books, children books. We need all to be stocked in there.
DIY books.
DIY books, yes.
So we have some of you who are coming from different parts of the world. You have books that you don't need. Maybe you can help them. Maybe ship some of the books here so that the young kids around this area in Dowa, Madisi, they can have the books that they can learn from.
Yes.
Because like he's saying, knowledge is power. Yeah. And most of the knowledge, we can get it through the books by reading. But also not only that they will get the knowledge, reading also exercises the brain. So we don't want our young kids to have the brain that is dormant.
Yes.
We want the brain that is active.
True.
So they have to exercise that brain by reading.
Yes. So before we go inside, I'll give a short background or history.
Yeah.
So this land was provided to us by the community.
Okay.
Yeah. So they gave us this for free.
For free.
And then we just helped them erect this building for them. Yes. So it's this whole space you see, including that bush over there. So it's
the bush also belongs to the library.
Yeah, it belongs to this area. So we're gonna make all this a reading area, like outdoor reading areas.
So maybe
we're also gonna build
benches.
some benches, but also build some gazebo where people can sit under shade and be able to read.
Wow.
Yeah, and create a space also for the children.
So our local communities like Madisi will now have a library.
They do, which is a great blessing.
Imagine in my area where I'm staying, area 25, there's no library.
Well, even
these young kids here will have the privilege of having a library.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then we have very few community libraries in Malawi.
Yeah.
And if you are to go in most community, you hardly find.
Yeah.
You know?
So this
the National Library Service in Malawi, they are really trying.
Yeah.
But then the need for community library is huge in Malawi.
Yeah.
And we are one of the people that are promoting this.
So is it only going to be equipped with books? What else is it going to have?
Yeah, we also have computer room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have the computers there?
We had somebody wanted to donate from Germany. Unfortunately, the cost of shipping was too high for us, so we are unable to.
Okay.
So by the way, we'll be able to reach out to other stakeholders or other partners if they'll be able to help us.
Yeah. So like some of the people who are also watching from this channel, maybe they have some computers that they can donate. They will even the iPads.
True, an iPad.
Kids can be doing some research because once they're reading, but they can also go research online to learn more.
Exactly.
To expand their knowledge.
Exactly.
Yeah, but thank you very much for doing this.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Because our young children, they need to be reading. Most of our young children, they don't read at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So because they don't read, they're failing to be innovative and creative.
Exactly.
Yes.
So this library where we are, I think it's surrounded by almost 7 schools.
Yeah. Okay.
Just here.
Oh.
Just here.
Yeah.
So we have this school.
That's a school.
We have another school behind here. It's a Catholic one.
Yeah.
We have Madisi secondary
This is the school also there.
and also primary school that side.
Okay.
We have a certain private school
here.
here,
See over there.
somewhere there. Yes. And most of these don't have library.
Oh yeah.
Probably except one, which is not even well stocked.
So it's well positioned.
It's well positioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only that, we're also going to serve schools which are far away from here.
They will still come.
So we'll introduce mobile libraries. Mobile libraries.
Wow.
Yes. So we'll enter into partnership with different schools, different communities, and we'll be taking books from here into the communities.
Wow.
Yeah, we want to promote the culture of reading in Malawi. Yeah. So we're yet to do final touches. We'll complete some of the small touches. And then we'll complete it.
I am just outside here looking at it. Wow, is there electricity yet?
That's the challenge right now. We're waiting for people to help us.
Okay, so maybe you can just use solar on this place.
Yeah, but we hope that they will be helped anytime sooner. So this is the reception area. Yeah. This is the reception.
Beautiful.
And that's our librarian.
Okay, let me be there.
I'll be there.
What is the name of the library going to be?
It's in Tanira community.
Okay.
So this area is Tanira.
Tanira?
So Tanira.
Tanira,
yes.
Welcome to Tanira Community Library.
Yes.
Please look at the number of books that we have. This library needs books. So if you can help us by donating some books, we will gladly appreciate. Thank you very much for donating books to Tanira Library.
Yes. So we enter into a partnership with National Library Service.
Yeah.
So they helped us to digitalize our library management system, like everything.
So it's all digitalized. Ready.
We'll be using the barcodes and everything. We'll have our computers here. Yeah, everything, just the way you have in town. It's not manual.
So I'm the student who wants to come and get my life. So this is for computer.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So imagine, so I give you an example. This space, only this space you see here can accommodate 2,500 books. Wow. Only this space.
Wow.
This side. And then the other side, this alone can accommodate 5,000 books.
I love reading.
You love reading?
Yeah. When I was working in South Africa, I used to make sure that every month I buy a book.
Yeah.
So I've got a suitcase full of books.
Ooh,
yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
wow.
So I love reading. So I was looking at this.
Yeah.
I'm getting very, very, very excited.
Yeah. You see how beautiful the area is. So if you go this side, so we
take
have
a book. You can sit here.
You can sit here
to read.
So we'll have a number of them. We have more chairs. So we also have that reading area also.
Yes.
I think this whole space can accommodate maybe 50 people.
Wow.
Who can just read here.
Now, the young kids who are writing exams don't have to go in the bush to read.
They don't have to.
They have enough space for them to read.
Yeah.
It's quite enough. There's trees around here.
Yes.
It's not a hot place. It's going to be cool for them to read. This is a perfect place.
Sure. So the district we are in is one of the poorest districts as far as the national examination.
Okay.
So we want to change that. We want to produce geniuses. We want to produce a good crop of students.
In terms of examination results in Malawi,
this
is the poorest.
Yeah, it was one of the poorest in this Dowa area.
Okay.
And because of that, that's why we wanted to do this initiative to improve the education outcome.
So you will be creating graduates here.
Yeah, that's what we are hoping.
Who are going to change the face of Malawi.
Exactly.
Wow.
The face of Madisi community and Malawi at large.
Wow.
So that's what we're anticipating. We are also planning to stock agricultural books.
Okay.
Because one of the strengths for Malawi is agriculture.
Yeah.
So if we continue to increase knowledge in agriculture, increase research and development in agriculture, I think our people will be able to do well.
Wow.
So we want to stock as many books as possible, academics books, agricultural books, permaculture books.
Yes.
We'll have them all here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'll take his details and then I'll put them here so that you can be able to contact him if you need to help him so that they look at the library, it's empty.
Yeah.
It needs books. He has
Needs
done
books.
all the work he needs to do.
Yeah.
But now if we can help somehow those who are able to do it,
Yeah.
it will be very nice and appreciated.
So when we bought these books, we thought that we bought a lot of books. That was 2,000 something books.
But you put them
then
in
look
here.
Yeah.
Yo.
So all this, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like 5,000 books each.
Yeah.
Already 25,000 books that we need here. And then we need almost 2,500.
Yeah.
There almost 2,500. Another there.
Yes.
Yeah, we have other wall shelves here. These are wall shelves. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
There's this space again. We need to fill up with books. No? And then we have the children area.
Okay. For kids who also have their own.
Exactly. This is the kids area.
Wow.
So in this here we have like
Hello.
children books.
How are you? Oh, fine. You're busy stocking children's books.
Yeah.
Wow, this is nice.
Yeah. So these are librarians, assistant librarians, and volunteers are here to really help us
Yeah.
stock all the book. You could tell, even if they are to stock all this, it's not going to fill up all the shelves.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you also need children books.
Children books, yes. I forgot to mention,
Yeah.
we're also starting another early childhood development project.
I'm telling you, that's if you go on my page,
Yes.
just go and search early childhood development.
Yes.
I am an advocate of early childhood development.
Really?
I talk about it almost every month.
Oh
Go and
my
see,
God.
because what I believe in,
Yes,
if you start to develop a child from a young age,
exactly.
when they grow up, it's much easier for them to learn anything.
Sure.
Like I learned this from South Africa.
Yes.
The school that my daughter went to, they do early childhood development.
I see.
So when we came with her here, there
Yeah.
wasn't none of it.
Yeah.
So what I did, I used to seek information from YouTube.
Yes.
And also I downloaded some apps.
Yes.
Right now, my daughter is a genius.
Oh, really?
You can teach her anything.
Anything.
Yeah, I'll show you some of our videos.
And that's what
she's
we
done.
want for our children
Yeah.
in rural communities.
Yeah.
You know, so in the areas where we are in,
Yeah.
when we go with project on permaculture, on economic empowerment, we realize that children have been left behind.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no way that our generation will be a better generation if we don't target children.
Yeah.
If we don't impact knowledge in our children.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll be doing.
I
And this space
Yes.
will be working hand in hand with the CBCC, community-based childcare centers,
Wow.
providing books and providing support.
This early childhood development I would like to take part in.
Yes.
When outside there, if you can allocate a space
Yeah, we will do
for
that.
the children so
Exactly.
that we put games that
Exactly.
teach kids to think.
Exactly.
And I've got a welding workshop. We
Wow.
can weld those games for the kids. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. When
thank you.
you are ready to do that, let me know. I will come here and I'll take part in that one. We'll
we're
build
ready.
jungle gyms for the kids to
Yes.
play on.
Yes.
So that these games that makes them think and all
Yes.
that stuff, we can put them outside there.
Please, no,
Yes.
thank you. I think this is a divine connection.
Yeah, sure,
I'm
sure.
really happy. I've been looking for this, by the
Wow.
way.
Okay.
And thank you for coming through.
No.
So we also want that for our preschool, like CBCCs.
No problem.
No problem.
Just let me know. I'll come and
We'll come and
do it.
help us.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
help
thank you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you
because
so much.
when it comes to early childhood development,
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about
We're
that.
also passionate.
I'm actually trying to encourage parents to understand the importance of early childhood development.
Yes.
You don't develop the child's brain at the early age, you have a problem in the future.
Yeah.
Big problem.
And that will affect also the development of our communities.
Yes, that's
yeah.
right.
So that's what we want to do. So we're entering into a partnership with the district council
Yeah.
and also Perivoli, so that we can train caregivers.
Yeah.
What we're going to do, train caregivers, train school management committees,
Yes.
but also we're also going to promote permaculture
Yeah.
in these CBCCs.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to do that and then provide them with learning materials
Yeah.
and playing materials also outside.
Oh, wow.
So we don't have enough resources, but we just want to start.
Yes.
Because that's
You
the
just
main thing.
start. You
We
don't
just
have
start.
to wait.
Yeah. And
Like what
God
you
will
have done.
provide. Yeah,
You don't
we
have
just
enough
start.
books, but you
Yes.
started.
We just started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Zoma kwambiri.
Yeah. Tathokoza. Muli bwino?
Yeah.
Tathokoza nje. Nomuchukura kuyini? Bobo?
So these are
Thank you.
students.
Yeah, so she's an assistant.
Okay.
She's also, it's only we didn't have space. She was supposed to be she's part of us also.
Okay.
And these are also volunteers.
Okay.
I just meet them, so they've come to really help us.
Wow, thank you very much for doing
So
this.
we are planning to open this early April.
Oh.
In the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are planning to open this.
Yeah, hopefully you're going to get the books that you're looking
Yeah, we
for.
will. We will.
Yeah.
By God's grace. Yeah.
Thank you.
And this space, we have
So
the toilet for the
toilets there.
staff. Yes.
Okay.
And since this will be like a storeroom,
Okay.
where we'll be keeping reserve books and other books if we have plenty and surplus.
Yeah.
So we'll be keeping some of the books here.
Okay.
But this is also where they'll be doing the barcoding, putting the books in the system.
Okay.
So this is the space they'll be using
Okay.
to put all the books in the system.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll also put shelves here.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some tables where they'll be using
where they can do the work.
the work. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wow, this is
Sure.
nice.
Yeah. You can hardly see such type of a building in rural because when we built this, people say, "Why are you building this beautiful thing
Yeah,
in the rural
in the rural
area?"
areas, yeah.
Are you telling me the people in the rural area
Don't deserve good things?
That's
wow,
a question.
that's a wrong
you know?
mentality.
Yeah, that's a wrong mentality. Yeah, that's
If you start from here, from the rural areas, to do good things like this,
Yes.
when these kids move to the city, it's
Yeah.
not going to be a new thing.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Eh?
true. And then we just have an office for the librarian also.
Okay. This one.
Yeah, this will be
Okay.
that's a space for the librarian.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, there are quite a lot of books
The
here.
librarian
Yeah,
will be
we'll
sitting in
we'll
there.
keep in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So what we have done, we have also created a committee that is managing.
Okay.
So which is comprised of teachers, the students, the community leaders, the chiefs
Yeah.
who are part of managing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hugo,
Yes.
I am amazed
Thank you.
and I'm impressed. Please keep on doing this good work, taking care of the community.
Yeah.
We lack young people like you
Thank you.
who also have the mentality to look after the communities of,
Yeah.
of our country in Malawi. Yeah, so I want to remind you that don't forget when you are working on the early childhood development, trying to allocate a space outside
Yeah,
for young
sure.
kids
Yeah.
to have exercises and games
Yeah.
that trains their mind.
Yes.
I'm prepared to come here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So do you have any last words for our people here in Malawi?
Well, I would say that the power to change our community or our nation is in our hands.
Yes.
But it requires a collective effort. You know, there are people out there whom God has blessed with knowledge,
Yes.
with resources. I'm calling them, let's hold hands and change our communities
Yeah.
and change our country.
Yeah.
We don't have to be waiting from people outside to come and help us. We can start with the available resources we have.
Yeah.
You know, both spiritual resources, whatever resources we have, we
Yes.
need to change our communities. And that's what I'm advocating for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could have used this for our personal use, use the farm for my personal use, but I want to make sure that it's benefiting the community. So let's think of one another and not just ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that way, then there'll be no corruption.
Yes.
Why would I want to steal the people that I want to help?
Yes, yes.
Then it means that I don't love them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I love them, I would want them to do well as I am.
Yeah.
So,
And almost what I've learned is that permaculture is a story of love.
Very much so.
and care.
Yeah.
When we went to the village to see those families,
Yes.
we found out that family is working to build their farm around their house.
Yeah.
And it is encouraging the person next door.
Correct.
Instead of that person next door thinking, let me go and steal their food, but they say, let me imitate what they are doing. And that is just going to go on.
That ripple effect,
Yes.
you know. We have a lot of farmers, a lot of coffee farmers that are there. So a lot of people. So this is what the impact of permaculture, and we need to promote permaculture, not only in Malawi. I think the world needs permaculture. The world needs like agroecology type of farming, so that we can change our communities.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here you've heard for yourselves that permaculture is not only a story of growing food. Here we are at the library. We are here at the library because of permaculture. So permaculture is just the way of the living. That's the way of life.
Yes.
So it touches all aspects of life. So once we go into permaculture, we have solved all the problems that we were facing in our country.
Yes.
So thank you very much for allowing me to come and visit you.
Thank you for visiting
I really
us.
appreciate.
Thank you, Ted.
Thank you.
Thank you.